Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture, and today we're going over Russ's album called Shake the Snow Globe. So I got into him a little late. Really late. I got around the time that he released the Something Something Wolves. It was with Cherry Hill, the song Cherry Hill, and a lot of other songs. And I really, really liked the album. I thought it was really nice. I thought it was perfectly made. I thought it was. I know he's very braggy. He's very like. Talks a lot about like what he has, but it's same like in different parts. But I felt like in there is really wolves. I think that's what it's called. But I felt like in that album he touched on a lot of serious notes. It was really, really nice. And this one is way more bragging, is way more into like what he has and how he got there and everything. And I think that's it's well worth it. I think he's a shit ton of albums, and a shit ton of singles, and he's very persistent in the way he does stuff. So it's only right that he has bragging rights to say like I made it this far. Like I meant to be where I'm at because I worked this hard to get to where I'm at. And I think that's kind of shows in a lot of his stuff, and definitely with you can't throw anything. You can't even turn anywhere to like not see a single that he has. That was Bessie, but you get my point. So pretty much, I like this album. I do. I don't think it's as much. I think There's Really Wolves is much better, but but sonically I do like this sound a little better. It kind of reminds me, it made me think, because at first, one of the singles that he released was Guess What, which is one of my favorite songs on this, featuring Rick Ross. I thought, after that song, a lot of the songs kind of sound very Maybach music kind of thing, and I thought that Rick Ross kind of helped produce some of this, but he did not. But it has that nice little, I like the sound, I feel like this album's way more lower key, like not lower key, way chiller. A lot of the songs you can kind of cruise. It reminds me of like a slow car, like just cruising through your neighborhood kind of thing, blasting this song, like blasting it and just cruising, just driving slow. No nod to literally the song that was inside There's Really Wolves, which talks about driving slow. So I'll tell you the highlights of the songs that I really like. I think, first off, Need a Minute is a really good song. And I noticed that it's been said that he pretty much wrote or recorded all his song in his basement. And one of the things he says in Need a Minute is that he's like, same thing, but bigger basement. So I think that's kind of interesting. And it's interesting that he still is in a basement. I think that maybe cost worthy, or because but he does talk about studio, so maybe studio and basement kind of goes hand in hand. But I do like it. It pretty much talks about how far he's came. It goes into Guess What, which is one of my favorite songs. Love it. Love the old style trumpets that go into it. Pretty much talking about the luxury that he has now that he has this type of life. Can't Go On is one of my other favorite ones. It's pretty much talking about this girl who, like, he kind of like wines and dines a bit and everything, and kind of from then on she kind of just links on, thinking that this is what she wants, this is who she is like, more over the luxury of things are happening, the materialistic stuff, and not because of the fact that he is who he is. Like, she's not in love with him, she's in love with what he has and what he can offer her. And I think that that's kind of like, he pretty much calls her out. It's like, where's your standards, where's your self-esteem, your self-worth? Like, you shouldn't have to be chasing this just to, like, you shouldn't be with me just because I can offer you all these luxury things. But I love the beat, I love the sound. I think the downside end I do love about him is that he has this kind of brutal honesty. He also doesn't have he's a very, like, no bullshit kind of personality. He doesn't have time for bullshit. He doesn't have time for anybody kind of pulling him around or kind of being fake in front of him, or somebody that is taking advantage of him. He does not have time for that. It makes me feel like he's been through it before and he kind of learned from it. But it kind of brought him this personality that he just, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, no. not gonna tolerate any type of bullshit, not even the slightest tiny bullshit, like, not gonna tolerate it. So he comes off a little blunt. He comes off very kind of harsh, kind of aggressive. And I think that the reason is because I think, personally, I don't know his actual story, but I think that it comes off to me that he doesn't have time for that. He does not have time for that. And I think that shows. Like, Asshole is one of my favorite songs featuring Bogus. Pretty much one of the things he says in this one, he's true to himself, and some people don't like that. Some people don't like the honesty that he brings to himself. He's always true to himself, and people don't always like to hear the truth. Don't always like to be called out. Don't always like to be told no. And I think that he says that. He's like, fine, I'm an asshole if I have to be true to myself, and that if I have to be an asshole to be true to myself, so be it. And I love that. One of my other favorite songs is Nighttime. It's an interlude. Literally a great interlude. I love this song. It's one of my favorite songs. Love it. And I love one of the parts that he says, he's like, we're roller coasting in my Holy Ghost, and it's just like, the way that he says that is like, it kind of reminds me of Waves, the way that like Lana Del Rey did with Sugar or Cinnamon Girl, where she's like, hey, hey, yeah. Like, she kind of like, it sounds like a waves coming in, going out, coming in, going out. And I feel like, actually, no, I feel like this is more like a rolling kind of a sound. Da 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 da. Like, I love that. I know. It sounds so nice. I love it. And I love the little, like, snippet of the, Man Down Rihanna. The, ooh. I love that. I think it's really nice. He has a couple features, and a lot of features I have not heard of. I feel like I've heard of, Ben the Butcher. I haven't. I feel like I haven't. Like, I don't know. I can't decide, because I feel like either I've seen his name before in a feature that I've seen before, or I have heard of him. I just going completely blank. Anyway, so yeah. So, and then one of them that I really like is Mama. Pretty much just talking about how he wanted to just, he said to his mom, like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it. And she's like, I don't know. Just be safe. And now he's like, look, I did. And she's like, oh my God, he did. You know, and so it's kind of cute, and apparently it's a sequel to a 2004 song called Purple. I have not heard of it, but I'm definitely gonna listen to it after this review. Another song, which is the last song, which is that's the last song. That's officially the last song for the album, but technically there's 2 bonus songs. Civil War, which is okay. Not really. It's cute. It's cute. It's okay. It's not really my favorite. But Best on Earth featuring Baya. She fucking slays. She kills it. She fucking kills it. Oh my God. She's like, her flow is insane. I want more of her. More. So yeah, I really like that song. I think it's the last song. I don't understand why it's a bonus. I think it should have been a part of this song. It should have been part of it should have been after Nighttime interlude, like, because it's kind of giving you that kind of like sexy feel, and you go into that. But he did what he wants. This is what he wanted to do, so by all means, go for it. I really like this album. I think it's really nice. I still don't think it's better than It Is Really a Wolf. I'm completely blanking on the name. I love that album. It's my first album. I still love it. I'm still gonna go backwards and listen to other ones, see if I like the other ones. But this one's a decent one. It's good. It has its moment. It's more of a bragging kind of thing, but I appreciate it. He has a right to have this thing. He's worked this hard. He has a right to have a bragging album. I give it an 8 out of 10. I really appreciate all the new people that are in it, like, that he featured in. It reminds me of Macklemore, where he features people that you don't know, that are Seattle people. And I think that, I wonder if he did this, like, if it's New Jersey people, or people that he are friends with. He's like, you're featured. Anyway, leave a comment below, tell me what you thought about the album, and I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.